To Brother Kadash. I want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Peace, blessings, honors to all the brothers in his truth. Check this out real quick. That woman, what it says, that woman decked with gold. But check this out. I came across this, right? And this is just more information, more of a hint. This ain't all of it, but this is just more of a hint to show you that Mystery Babylon, that great whore, right? That was decked with gold and precious stones, like it says in Revelation 17, that is America. It breaks it down, right? Just for one little example that I'm bringing out. Who has the most gold in the world? It says she was decked with gold. Who would be number one on that list to fit that prophecy? America. America has more gold and we're about to see it right now. By a long way, or like a great gap, they have more gold than the other nations. How can you not see that America is Mystery Babylon? It's right in front of your face, man. Stop following doctrine of man. Open your eyes up to the truth. Now let's read through this. It says central banks have been net buyers of gold for 11 consecutive years. America is running this whole thing, man. If you can't see it, the Edomites. Look what America's doing right now. They got their athletes, their entertainers pushing the whole virtual reality shit, the whole digital shit. So the rest of the world is following after that. You can't see how the rest of the world follows America. Look who wears the suits. Now you got China and everybody wearing suits now. Look who started building skyscrapers. Now you got all over the world they building cities for skyscrapers. Look who had the I'm not sure if they had the first bombs, but I know they dropped the atomic bomb on Japan. Now the whole world's developing that technology. America say they got a space force. Now you see all these other nations trying to get a space force. You can't see how the whole world is following after what America does. You can't see that America is Mystery Babylon, that great whore, the mother of harlots. You can't see it, man. It says central banks have been net buyers of gold for 11 consecutive years, right? But I want to get straight to the point, if I can. It says below are the top 10 countries with the largest gold holdings, with the rankings remaining unchanged from 2019. Figures are as of April 2021, right? So not too long ago. It got the Netherlands at 10, right? But we want to get straight to the point. We want to see, look, there go China at 6, Russia at 5. We want to see who's at number 1. And look and behold, man. Can't make this shit up. Look who's at number 1. America. They says at 8,133. So let's see the second. Who's in second place and how much do they got? They got only half of that. The second place ain't even got half of that of what America has. And the third place is even lower. America has more than the top, the second place, the third place, and the fourth place combined. Just America. That's how much gold they got. It says with the largest official holding in the world, the U.S. laid claims to nearly as much gold as the next 3 countries combined. It also has the third highest gold allocation as a percentage of the foreign reserves. That's just a percentage of what its foreign reserves is, but it got the most gold. From what we know, a majority of U.S. gold is held at Fort Knox in Kentucky. They say it so. With the remainder held in Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, San Francisco Assay Office, and West Point Bullion Depository. Which state loves gold the most? Well, the state of Texas went so far as to create its very own Texas Bullion Depository to safeguard investors' gold. The U.S. hold the most gold at the U.S. Bullion Reservatory in Fort Knox. They say if so, right? They might have had like a chart on here. I think they did. But you see the point, though. Who's number 1 on that list? We'll leave it right here. You see the point who's number 1 on that list. So when you get to Revelation 17, right? Verse 1, it says, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 veils and talked with me, saying, unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee judgment of the great hard that sitteth upon many waters. You could interchange that with America, the judgment of America. because she sitteth on many waters. You go to the EU nations, when you go to NATO, who you think sitting at the top of that? Who you think's the top dog? America is. There has to be a ranking system. It says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. That's how they committed fornication. We just named it. In EU, NATO. You know, getting in bed with her wicked ass ways and following her ways. America sets the pace for the earth. The earth follow everything America does. Another big factor and reason why that is because the Israelites are here. In slavery, in bondage, in captivity. The so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunken with the wine of her fornication. They follow her ways, which are wicked ways. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness and saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast. So he actually seen a woman, but this is the meaning of it, that the angel is breaking it down. Full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. We went into the 7 heads, they power structure, you know, which if I can remember off the top of my head, they were the Greeks, right? They were the Romans, these Edomites. This is Rome all over again. The deadly wound was healed, right? The French, the Spaniard, Germaner Major, Germaner Minor, and Britain, you know. And then, you know, from Great Britain, you know where America comes from, Great Britain, right? And then, you know, the 10 horns going into the EU nations, right? So now let me get back to my verse 4. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup, so much gold, man, that they have a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. How did they get that gold? We know it was, I want to say the early 1500s. They came over here. The Native Americans, the Gadites, Issacharites, they had all the gold, man, in America. They came over here and they took them in slavery and they took the gold. Read about the Aztecs versus the Spaniards. Just go on YouTube and Google Aztecs versus Spaniards. And one of the things the Spaniards was doing, which are Edomites, which is a part of the 7 heads, the Spain, right? One of the things they did was they took all the gold. And they put them in slavery and made them mine for gold, for even more gold. They was taking all the gold, man. It says, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, the abominations of the earth, which comes out to 666 in the Hebrew numeratical. You break it down in the Hebrew, it comes down to 666. Which that's when you go to Revelation 13. It says, here's the number of him, 666. It goes back to a man. The man is Esau, the Edomites. Want to get straight to the point, jumping to Revelations 18, right? Verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise anymore, right? America is a country of consumers. All the other nations get rich off America because, you know, especially with America's system, debt system and credit and all that shit. It's a nation of consumers. They consume everything. So all these other nations is getting rich off doing business with America. If you want to be a rich country, you have to do some type of business with America. China and America are in a trade war, but they do a lot of business with each other, man. You have to get down with America because they got all the money. It says the merchandise of gold. Why do you think they got the strongest military? Because they got the money to spend on it. But verse 12, the merchandise of gold. Who has the most gold in the world? Survey says America, the United States of America. In silver, precious stones and pearls, fine linen, and purple and silk. The Vatican City ain't got the most gold in the world. Nowhere fucking close to it. The Vatican City does not hold the most gold in the world, man. It says precious stones and pearls. And this is a geographic place. The place that's going to be destroyed is being called Mystery Babylon. It's not a system. It's a geographic place. It's a country. It's America. That's the place that's going to be on fire. Because it tells you, verse 10, it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, that great city, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And then the verse before that says they should see the smoke of her burning. So they're literally going to see smoke coming from the land that's called Mystery Babylon. Not a system, not the Vatican City. The Vatican City is Mystery Babylon, but it controls America and it controls the rest of the world and the system. No, it's saying the place that's going to be on fire, that's the same place that's called Mystery Babylon. The place that's going to be on fire is the same place that has merchandise of gold, silver, precious stones, pearls, fine linen, purple, and silk, scarlet, and all. You can't get all this stuff. This stuff has to be brung into the Vatican City. This stuff don't grow. This stuff isn't at the Vatican City naturally, but it is here in America naturally. America is Mystery Babylon. It's the place that holds the most gold. It's the place that's actually going to be on fire that's called Mystery Babylon. And then it keeps going into different things. Cinnamons, ointments, ointments. It says slaves and souls of man. That's America. The transatlantic slave trade. The major part of the transatlantic slave trade was here in America. Slaves got departed or transferred, whatever the word is, to many different places around the world. But the main part was America. That's why the Lord is coming back to judge this place. Judge this heart, man. Verse 17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. Who has more riches than America? Who has the most gold? That's real money, gold and silver. America has the most. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the companies of ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood off for. Who does more trade by sea than America? Who has more ports than America? Who has more ships coming in than America? And cried when they saw the smoke of this bitch burning. But it says the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? What city, what country, what place on earth is like America? That's why everybody wants to come to America and chase the American dream. That's why they're going to be crying, because they're not going to be able to make money and live rich off America no more. And follow the ways of this whore, because this place is going to be destroyed. This is just another sign to show you that America is Mystery Babylon, man. We trying to warn y'all, but, a lot of different camps and stuff that say the Vatican City, they want to be in contention. This ain't about being in contention, man. This ain't no competition. This is us trying to wake y'all up and warn y'all and show y'all. You got to put your pride aside, man. It's right in front of your face. You just got to open your eyes and see it. And that's why we do lessons like this. So hopefully this has been edifying. With that, I'm going to say salvation to you. Shalom.